Welcome to Tough Table episode number 5. We have another great panel here today. We're going to start by introducing our guests. First we have WNBF pro bodybuilder Kevin Terrier. Kenny, as usual, sitting next to me. Sammy's back for this episode.
Oh God.
And we have another new guest, Kathryna. Everyone has already gotten the intros and all the introductory stuff in the other episodes with Kenny and Sam. So we're going to focus now on our new guests. So we'll start with Kev. Where are you from? What motivated you to, get involved in fitness, and why did you choose Team SUF?
Well, I'm from Manhattan, and I've been involved in fitness for a long time. Started out playing basketball as a kid. From there, just kind of progressed. 1 year in high school, I actually hurt my finger and couldn't practice or play ball, so ended up in the weight room, and it just progressed from there. What got me to SUF?
That's 12, right? That was 2012 or so?
11, I think.
Was it?
I think it was 11.
No, 11 I competed. 12. It was 12 was your novice.
Yeah,
at the
12.
2012.
I had a friend who introduced me to Ryan. We had a phone conversation, and and then transaction.
Phone transaction.
Did you meet him before the phone call?
Oh no, it was so the phone conversation. I'm a personal trainer, so I wanted to talk to him before I got involved, and during the talk, I kind of realized he was a little nuts and crazy, and I kind of liked it. It kind of matched craziness, so we kind of just it worked. So I went with it. It felt right.
So 2012. It's been a good ride since then. It's gonna keep getting better. All right, good. Moving on, Kat. What do we got? Where are you from? What motivated you to become involved in fitness, and why Team SUF?
All right, so I'm from Long Island. What motivated me to start my fitness journey was my health. I actually struggled a lot with it, so I was really sick, and I was in and out of the hospital, seeing a lot of doctors, and I knew I had to make a change in my life, so I decided to join a gym. I was never an athlete in high school, middle school, none of that, so this was my real first athletic experience 3 years ago, joining a gym. And why Team SUF? My mom is actually a client of Ryan's, and
yes.
a really close friend as well. So she motivated me to initiate a conversation with Ryan, and it spiked my interest in the team. And one thing led to another. I had a few sessions with Ryan and my mom at World Gym, and then eventually I decided I wanted to compete in my first show this past September.
Naturalmania, yep.
Exactly. So Ryan told me I needed a little time before I stepped on stage. So I prepped I started on small plans a year ago, and then started my 20-week prep with Ryan, and first show in September.
And now we're coming back next year, right?
Yeah, we're coming back for more.
There we go.
Before that,
Well, I met her because of the gym. No, because I trained her mom.
but
Yeah.
Kevin didn't tell our first experience.
Oh Jesus!
After I'm not saying I'm a smooth talker, but after 10 minutes of meeting Kevin, boom, he was in my glutes. Just throwing it out there. After 10 minutes of meeting Kevin, he was in my glutes.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
Just throwing it out there.
Ow.
I'm saying, 10 minutes of talking to Kenny.
There it is.
Right?
There
Just throwing it out
it is.
there. I'm just throwing it out there. Hey, I'm Kenny. Hey, get my glutes. That was it.
All right. So we got our intros, and we are ready to get moving here. Our first topic, we wanted to cover flexible style dieting. Not your traditional, if it fits your macros, liberal approach where you're just throwing a whole bunch of shit into your diet or into your prep. We wanted to talk more of just that flexible style dieting where you're still choosing good food choices, and we wanted to weigh the pros and cons. We wanted to talk about how each one of us count our macros, how we approach things like that. And we wanted to get the different perspectives, obviously from a competitive standpoint, from an everyday normal life standpoint, and how flexible dieting and that approach helps me prep them, as being their coach. But before we get into that, I wanted to go to our inaccurate Christmas countdown.
Is 14? No. 13 more days to Christmas. You know what I'm gonna get for Christmas? A dog, Blegic!
And we're back. After those wise words from the Bijik. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk flexible style dieting. Where we at?
Start with me.
If you want.
Okay. It was definitely an adjustment for me. I kind of came from the old school where it was chicken, tilapia, asparagus.
Well, it was like written meal plans.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, your first meal was this, and you were going to eat X amount of egg whites and oats. Second meal was chicken, tilapia, or once in a while I got some other sort of fish, and then asparagus or whatever vegetable. So in the beginning, it was very hard for me. I didn't know how to do it myself, and I got myself in a tizzy. I'm like, I shouldn't be able to have this much variety. Now I absolutely love it. I plan out my week ahead of time. I have a little notebook. I write it all down. I will use like MyFitnessPal or something like that, but I have to have it pre-planned. And I think that brings it back to that old school mentality. I have to know ahead of time.
Yeah, honestly, as tech savvy as I am, I do notebook.
Yeah, I have my little notebook.
I
carry my notebook around.
I still do notebook.
So.
Some things with MyFitnessPal is, you know, it's good, and I'm not trying to make a knock on it because most of my people use it, but I don't know. Some of the entries I don't like. I don't like how some things are approached with MyFitnessPal, how it like calculates and how you have to adjust things. So I just found it for me, it was better to do the old school approach.
And I find it's not always 100% accurate.
Yeah.
So, you know, off season, I'll use MyFitnessPal to kind of balance things out because if I'm a little off, it's okay.
I get it.
In season, my notebook comes out, my paper comes out.
Yeah.
It's just
It helps
pre-planned.
me. It helps me better to track things. Like, I'm not going to go into specifics, but in the future, moving forward, part of, you know, the Aries platform is going to be something to track macros, and it's going to address the issues that I have with apps like MyFitnessPal, and plus all the data would then run through me or us,
Right.
Which means we don't have some guy sitting from Wisconsin in his basement entering in odd nutrition labels. You know, it run through us. We know what's accurate. So I feel like, yeah, I'm with you. Like I use it sometimes, or I look at it, but I'm still like old school with
Give me that notebook and that paper.
Yeah.
And every competition season, it's a new notebook.
Yeah. Now you know, in terms of this, you went from the old school meal plan approach, which is more like just follow.
Yes.
And then you change this up, and you know what? My experience is the first 2 weeks with someone is like they're all over the place. They are just a mess. Oh, I don't know how to do this, but then it's the whole like the fishing pole versus fish thing. It's like, okay, if I give you a written meal plan all the time, number one, as a coach, I can't make as many adjustments as I want to. Who has the time? You know how many adjustments I make.
Right.
Imagine I had to change a meal plan every time. It's impossible. So you're not going to be as effective. And you know, what are you learning? You're just reading something that I gave you. I don't know what your taste buds are. I don't know what you like.
And it's not only that. I've personally found now through flexible dieting, there's certain foods, regardless of how they, like I make everything fit my macros, but there's certain foods that my body reacts better to.
Yeah, everyone,
You're not going to know that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
So you're going to
It's like, here, eat chicken, and then I end up going so bland that it's like you never get to find out what you respond better to. Mm-hmm. And then when you're so bland for so long, the probability of you becoming, you know, falling off and having other urges is much greater, which yields a greater, you know, failure rate. So, yeah, stuff like that's rough.
Everything I responded to, you took away from me.
Oh, split pea soup, vending machine chili.
Oh.
Vending machine.
Wait, aren't they taking the vending machine out?
Gasoline chili. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
I'm gonna chain myself to that vending machine. They're not. That vending machine's
just let
going
it go.
nowhere.
Just let it go.
I'm
Let it
gonna
go,
let
and
you
you'll
go.
be so happy with your
I'm gonna
results.
let you go.
So much. So the flex, you never go back.
Mm-mm.
There's no.
No way. Do I still eat very similar meals?
Yeah.
Like when I do my planning, I still kind of eat the same thing every day just because for me personally it's easier meal prep wise. But I would never go back to like somebody writing out my diet.
All right. So now, how do you handle, which happens all the time? How do you handle something like, you know, you have something planned out and then you weigh in and then I change something that day?
Well, after I curse you out in my head about 5 times, but I know it's coming from a good place. I'm like, damn it, Ryan. That's where like, if I'm not home, I'll use MyFitnessPal to kind of try and make some adjustments. Fortunately, you usually make those changes early enough in the day where I can adjust.
When people send their fucking weigh-ins early in the morning.
Sorry, I send them early in
I'm
the
just
morning
talking
during
about
season.
you. That was no. That's not to you. That's to you know.
Leroy.
But go ahead.
Well, you usually send them early enough in the day, so I can make the adjustments for the rest of the day, and it's not so bad.
How'd you respond to this? This is a whole nother.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like you said. I do the same thing you guys do. I was walking around with a piece of paper, counting my macros and this, that, and the third. I mean, because with the Fit app and all that stuff, but you gotta email me like 6-7 times. I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah.
We
gotta get you on Aries though, man.
My computer's used for like.
It's gonna be on your phone. It's gonna be on your phone. We gotta.
My computer / phone are used for like 3 apps: ESPN, a sneaker app, and stuff you probably have to delete if I die. Right? You're in charge of deleting my hard drive if I die.
That's in the contract.
It's some stuff on there.
Oh.
But I never really had a problem with it because I'll eat the same. Even in our personal life, I eat the same thing over and over again. Once I like something, I eat it. So I didn't have a problem. Once you said it was okay to eat tilapia and rice and peas, I just ate that shit every day and didn't have a problem with it. And then, I cheated because I had the
you had
meal prep.
Okay, so you had that. So you went basic anyway.
Yeah, basic, and it worked. So that was just pretty much it.
All right. Yeah, for me personally, I always did old school pen and paper. Or pencil. I don't like pens. Pens is too much of a commitment for me. I like to be able to erase. Okay. I just felt like it's better for me to balance my day that way. I do something where I like to be able to write at the top what my
That's
numbers.
what I do.
Yep, I write my numbers. I write my numbers for the day. Okay, and then I make deductions because I'm lazy. I'm not gonna count things little by one by one. Like I'll do if I have 200 carbs, say, I'll pull out maybe 20 carbs from vegetables. So now I'm not weighing those vegetables meal to meal. Like right off the bat, I'll weigh out 20 vegetables in one shot and put that away. Now I know I have to eat that for the whole day. Now I'm not measuring or weighing 4 here or 4 carbs here from vegetables. It's just all done. Then I'll deduct like 10 or 15 carbs, buffer. That's all the shit that adds up, like protein, the carbs in protein powder, the carbs in peanut butter, all that shit that I don't feel like counting. I'm not gonna do. I'll just make the deduction. So now I'm at 200 minus 20 minus 10, and I'll minus out 10 for something else. I forgot what it was. And then I'm at a point where now I'm left with, let's say, 160. Now that's what I'm weighing out. So then I'll do it meal by meal, and I'll go, okay, so meal 1, I'll write my time. I had 40 carbs. I had 40 / and then I have like what I have left. And that's how I'll go through my whole day. And it just helps the pen and paper. I eventually want to have the Aries platform to do similar stuff like that to make it easy for all of us, because I want everyone to be on there instead of the pen and paper. But I know how important pen and paper is, so I know what it would take to replace pen and paper for me. So that's what I'm going to try to do, and hopefully we'll replace it for you too.
I was just gonna say, Ron, I can't make you promises.
I know, but at least it'll help you track.
I'm gonna try.
It'll help you track, because then if everyone can go there and it's much more user friendly, I can go in and I could see things better now.
I promise you this: even if I use my pen and paper, I'll still put it in the Aries.
Okay.
So
Well, my goal is to try to get you off it totally.
Okay.
Because I'm with you.
Baby steps here. Baby steps.
I know. I'm with you though. I use pen and paper. For someone who I'd like to think I am pretty high tech. There's nothing out there that impresses me. There's nothing out there that does what I want it to do the way I want,
Like
when I
you just
want.
gotta bring it back old school.
Until there's something better.
I'm
And that's what I'm gearing
I'm
for.
waiting.
I mean, being fairly new to the industry, it's just like I tell everyone, it's crazy. Once you start counting macros, you'd be surprised how much nonsense is in a lot of stuff you eat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is so true.
I used to be in a
Oh, yeah.
grocery store looking at labels, like my grandmother fixing glasses. You get 20 grams of fat in this. I couldn't eat anything.
And that shit adds up,
Yeah,
man.
it's like
Now you think that's how it's
36
like so
grams
easy
of
to get.
fat in
Yeah.
one fucking box.
That's why it's so easy to get fat, because it's just like, oh well.
It's crazy.
Or even when you eat the healthy foods, it's still accounting. Like, oh, I eat clean. All right, so you're eating chicken and
It's organic and gluten free, but
Yeah.
it still has everything.
You know what I'm
else in
saying?
it.
You can eat grilled chicken, yams, all that stuff all day, every day.
Yeah.
But if your totals are off, if you're taking in more calories than you burn, it doesn't matter what you're eating. You're still gonna get fat. It's all accounting at that point. So, yeah. So, what do you got?
All right, so I.
Well, you need it to be
originally-
flexible, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
My
Which
day
was
to day is intense. I'm like, I have to be on a train by 7:30. I don't get home till 7:30, and then if I'm at the gym by 8, not home till 9:30. So I needed something more flexible for me than pen and paper. So I decided to use the Numbers app on your phone, which is similar to Excel.
Okay.
So I do something similar where I take out like 20 grams of carbs here, 5 grams of fat here, and just little things that I know that I don't want to count, but I know the numbers because I've already done it.
Gotcha.
So I have like a reference sheet because,
That's good, yeah.
after a while you eat the same thing. So like peanut butter, love peanut butter, my grilled chicken, all that stuff. So I have a reference sheet, and then I use my Excel because I always have my phone on me. And then I adjust it. So in the morning, 5:30, I make my meals for breakfast, lunch, and my snacks. And then when I come home, I know after a while I kind of get in the rhythm, and I know how many macros I have left for the day for my dinner, and if I have like another protein shake or something like that. So then after the gym, I will make my dinner and eat that way. So
All right.
I had to have something very, very, very flexible. So I can't, prep for a week, or I can't even prep for the whole day.
Yeah.
That's a huge commitment for me.
Yeah.
So I do breakfast, lunch, snacks, and then later on dinner, protein shake.
Yeah, that's another good thing to bring up. Like how you prepare. Like I'm more like her. My days are, I never know what's gonna happen. I can have a day where it's super packed out and it ends up being just an easygoing day. I can have a day where I look, I'm like, wow, I really got nothing going on today, and then the sky falls in on me, and it's just like
Then you get an
everything,
email. Then you get an
everything
email.
goes to shit. Okay, and it's so I need to be very flexible too. But now in terms of your approach, so you do day at a time.
Yep,
That's
day
what
at a time.
I cannot do multiple days.
Nope.
See, I
You-
do 3 days at a time.
See,
That's a huge
There's-
commitment.
yeah, some people do.
Yeah.
Some
But
people do a
I'm
whole
very-
week. Yeah, 3.
I'm very regimented. Like my schedule is the same pretty much
Oh, okay.
every day.
Yeah.
Come summertime, I'm completely off, which that's why I tend to compete in the spring.
Yeah.
Because the summertime I don't work, so I'm all over the place. I don't know where I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna do.
I don't know. Even
And I like that. I mean, I still stick to it, but I like the flexibility more. But for me, I'm like, I know I'm gonna eat my breakfast at this time because I get up for work. I know I'm gonna have my first snack at this time because that's when my students have their
Yeah.
snack. I'm gonna have lunch at this
Yeah.
time because I have lunch at the same. Everything's just very regimented with me.
See, what's weird is like before I did this and I was just, fucking around with fitness, I was trying to be a teacher. So I was subbing, okay? And I had like a lot of long-term sub positions. I knew the schedule.
Yes.
Nothing changed, but still I couldn't prep more
No,
than a
see,
day.
I
I would eat a big breakfast that held me over. Then I knew what, like 9:30 was like fucking hallway duty. Okay, so it's like
The joys of being a sub.
so it's like that was a snack. I usually had a protein shake, an apple, and some peanut butter there. Okay, then periods went on. Then you had the lunch. So I brought the lunch. So all I would do was I'd only prepare 2 meals. I'd eat a big breakfast. I brought my snack and a lunch, and by that time I got home and I was ready. So I never.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. I know what my breakfast is every day.
Yeah, but I'm
I
saying
make
you
my
prepare
lunch.
3 days at a time. I still just did one.
No, I weigh out my food for 3 days.
Yeah,
at a
no.
time.
See, I still always did one at a time. I never got in
Just
that
like I don't
habit.
have the time. Like by the time I get home, take care of the dog, go to the gym, get home from the gym, prepare dinner. I just
Yeah, but think
I
of how
want it
much
done.
time you're doing.
How
But I
long
could
does
do it
it
on a
take to
Sunday.
do the 3 days?
It doesn't take me that long because it's like I said, I'm boring and I eat the same thing every
Yeah.
day.
Okay.
See,
So for
I'm
me
always
to-
changing things.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
I need
one-
diversity.
I need
See,
one.
that's why it's
See, I need
yeah.
one at a time.
Very
No.
boring.
I need one at a time. I
Nobody
need one
asked
at
you,
a time.
Penny.
You get the
You
the,
coming
the
from a
meal
vending
thing.
machine,
So
please.
what do you order? What a meal?
Yeah, you
a
don't
day
even
at a
do
time?
it. So
I
what
order
are you
like
talking about?
I order like 30 at a clip, so I'm usually eating like 2 of them at a time, 2 of them a day or something like that. 'Cause
Okay.
I got the protein shakes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
other stuff
okay.
mixed into it.
All right. So yeah. So all right. So last thing I want to go over is new people that are coming on that are switching from the old school the way of dieting, and I try to put them onto this flexible style. What's your advice to them coming in new? Because all of them are like, like it's the end of the world.
Be open-minded.
I say give it 2 weeks.
Give it 2 weeks.
I build into the
Look
program.
at your body.
Yeah,
Look
2
at
weeks
your body.
of error. I expect you to make 2 weeks of errors. It's not like, I try to tell people like right off the bat, okay, this is new. When you do something new, you're going to make mistakes. You got to learn from those
Yeah.
mistakes. This fucking show is new. Look at episode 1. How many fucking mistakes did I make on episode 1? Okay? Like as long as you keep learning, like
process.
I'm not expecting
Learn from
you,
your mistakes.
yeah, so
That's
I'm not
what
expecting
I'm
you, the first week, like you better nail this, you better have everything down to a science. It's like, that's why I like longer preps, and that's why I like to get you started early, because let's make the mistakes now, so once we're into prep, it's like not a problem. But I mean, so
I would say be open-minded, give yourself room for error, don't beat yourself up if you make a mistake, and look at your body. The change that you will see in your body in those 2 weeks is amazing. I still haven't shown it, and I refuse to show it until I take first place. But I still have my first ever competition picture from 12 years ago.
oh yeah, I still never saw these.
Yeah, you're not seeing it. I will show it when I take first. But the changes then to the changes now, I don't even. I swear I didn't have friends at the time, because I'm like, how did my friends let me get on stage looking like that?
We gotta get this photo.
Yeah. Gotta get a first place. Gotta get a first place.
That's it.
We could just beat her up and take her phone.
Oh.
It's not in the phone.
But we could just get you up and then take the phone and then force you to show it to us anyway.
Advice, new people.
Stay focused.
You know what? My advice is just, everything else is well and good, but just do what you're told. Because of the results. Everything I was told to do, I did. When I didn't...
How did you handle making mistakes, though? Did you learn? You know, you gotta learn.
I mean, I learned from the mistakes, but I didn't tell you when I made mistakes. I didn't want to get yelled at. That's just what it boils down to. So I was always getting yelled at. But I mean, making mistakes, like she said, you see the differences in your body when you know you're not doing right. So when I started doing what I was supposed to do, when I saw the differences in my body, I became obsessed with getting results in that part of my body. So I stayed on track. So that's what helped me do what I had to do. So I handled the mistakes by doing right and then becoming obsessed with how I look once I did everything I was supposed to do.
All right.
All right, so my advice is you have to know that this is a lifestyle. Like, this is a commitment, but it's not impossible. So, you know, this past year was my first time ever counting macros, so in my whole life. So I was nervous at first because I was like, oh, all these numbers, all this weighing meals, like, what am I going to do? So it was intimidating, but you can do it. You just have to make sure you commit yourself to it.
But then after that first 2 weeks, doesn't it become like second nature?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
At first, it's like, oh, my God, what is happening? And then it's just like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
I feel like the most difficult part of that becomes is like I said, you have your numbers set and you feel good about yourself. And then you weigh in and I'm like, oh, change, and you have to shift for that day. I feel like that's probably the most difficult thing.
But
you trust your coach.
It doesn't happen until towards the end.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like,
I know, and everyone hates me at that point anyway.
But it's understandable.
Yeah.
But like you said before, after a while you start to get to know, like you already know what your macros are. Like
exactly, you know your body.
You know what you're
going
to
to
be eating, so it's not that hard. Right. It's become so much easier.
Once I figure out the macro count in one White Castle's burger,
it's done.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
You never had a White Castle?
You got to drop weight before a show. White Castle burger.
We know what to get Kenny post show next time.
I
got you.
It's going down.
I got you.
Right?
Good topic. Good
Be
topic.
nice to me then.
I'll never be nice to you. Ever again.
All right, moving on here. I want to give a nice plug to Nutrabio. I want you guys to go over to the YouTube channel. I'll post a link to the video in the read more section of this Tough Table video. I want you guys to check out the interview that I had with Nutrabio founder Mark Lazier. He was nice enough to let me and Liz Myers, she's Team SUF and is Team Nutrabio as well. They allowed us to come to the facility in New Jersey. They gave us a whole inspection of the place. We went around. They showed us everything. It was great. We got to try this new classic way, the cake batter. We got to try that before it was even released.
So jealous.
So that was pretty cool. But in this interview, I have an interview with Mark Lazier. Like I said, he's the founder of Nutrabio. And he's a guy who I've always, which doesn't happen often, I've always looked up to. When I bumped into Nutrabio, the thing about Nutrabio that impressed me the most was full disclosure on the labels, the extreme purity of the products, and it seemed like this guy Mark, knew his stuff. Like, I recognized something in him where I was like, wow, this guy is knowledgeable. And at that time, when I first bumped into Nutrabio, they were, I'm not going to say they were like a basement company or something like that, but they weren't nearly as big as they are now. And I saw something in them. I saw something in Mark, and I was like, I became obsessed with these supplements. And since then, like, if you follow the history of Nutrabio, you'll see like how well they are doing and how much they've done for the supplement industry. And I think you should check out this video. Like I said, I'll put a link to it. You'll get a lot of behind the scenes, inside information on, the creation of Nutrabio, some of the setbacks that Mark had in creating such a great supplement company. So I think you guys should check out that video and, be sure to like and subscribe as well. All right, moving on now. We are going to go to our first activity, which is Tough Table Trivia. Okay, here we go. Everyone gets here we go. Dry erase board, dry erase board. Kenny, you already got yours. Dry erase board. Okay, eraser. You already got one.
I need like a custom dry erase board.
Oh, geez.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's why he's called the diva.
Here we go. Okay,
Demands.
as
Oh, I
always,
hate you so much.
Love me.
Tough Table Trivia, and someone at this table is sponsored by Nutrabio, and the winner today of, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, will be Sam. Who won last week? Colleen, okay.
Took it from Kenny.
Nutrabio Classic Way cake batter for the winner. Okay, I need my community camera.
Need a marker.
We need the marker.
Here we go. Pass it
Take
down.
Sam's marker. There's a new.
Down. What? Why? Ugh.
Kevin, watch out. Kenny cheats.
Wow.
Sean is yelling at me on camera.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. It was crazy.
All right, here we go.
God damn it, Sean.
I need a marker for myself because I got to mark down.
I gotta record it from behind the scenes. Sean, give us some crazy hands.
Tallies.
Never gets old.
Okay, here we go. So we have Kev, Kenny, Sam, and Kat. All right, let's go. Here we go. First question. Which of the following ingredients is not in Nutrabio Pre? A, citrulline malate. B, taurine. C, glutamine. Or D, agmatine. Hurry up. Waiting on you, Kev. And here we go. We got C, B for Kenny, D, and D. The answer is C. Who has C? Kevin? There we go.
Nice job, Kevin.
Kevin.
As long as Samantha doesn't win, I'm good.
See, I'm a team player, Kenny. You don't know about that, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't win, I'm good.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. Team SUF question. What was the year and show where Team SUF first made an appearance? Now, I'm not talking about me competing or Cody competing. I'm talking about the first actual Team SUF. Okay, A, Long Island Experience 2006. B, Hercules 2009. C, Natural Mania 2008. Or D, Northeast Classic 2007. Are we ready? Here we go. Kev we got C, we got B for Kenny, we got C for Sammy, and C for Kathryna. The answer is B. Who got B? Who's got B? Just Kenny?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had it. I
No, you didn't have it. It's not
Sure have.
That guy's not
The
on
answer
team,
is
have it.
B, Hercules 2009. That team was
Maybe
Fred
next
Miller
time.
and James Schmalfus.
Maybe
Really?
next time, Samantha.
Yeah, 2009 Hercules.
Maybe next
Kenny,
time.
nobody's talking to you.
Question number 3. Okay, this is a good one. Actually, yes, this is a really good one. This is probably one of my favorites. Which of the following has won a WNBF world title as both a lightweight and a heavyweight? Okay, and to add to this, this person also won the overall both times.
Damn.
A, Ben Tennyson. B, Brian Whitaker. C, Clarence McGill. D, Nancy Andrews.
Is there E not a clue?
This is a good one. This
Yes,
is a good
it's
one.
called Samantha.
I'll give you that, Kenny.
Here we go. We ready?
Nope.
This has probably been the best one yet.
I got nothing.
We got C
Stick
for
with
Kev, C for Kenny. We have D for Sam and B for Kathryna. The answer is Nancy Andrews. D.
You know what? I
Yes.
knew that was I knew that was the answer. I swear I
Obviously you
did.
didn't.
Nancy-
Obviously you
As
didn't.
long as no one picked Ben Tennyson.
Why? He was a house, bro.
You know, Ben Tennyson. I'm thinking of Ben 10. You ever seen that cartoon?
No, Ben Tennyson.
What, you
He's
never
one of my
seen Ben
favorite.
10?
Nah, he's one of my favorite natural
I
bodybuilders.
thought
Ben
it was from the
Tennyson.
cartoon.
No, Ben Tennyson, one of my favorite natural bodybuilders.
I
Yeah.
thought it was from the cartoon.
No.
You guys never
Yeah,
seen
Nancy,
Ben 10?
Nancy Andrews won
That's a dick.
as a lightweight and won the overall, and 2 years
bro.
later, I believe, won as a heavyweight and won the overall at the Worlds.
I knew it was
I didn't know
Nancy,
that.
man. I knew it.
You
But Ben
knew it,
10.
you would have put it.
All right, here we go.
I hate you so much.
A little calorie counter question here. Which of the following choices has the most amount of total calories? A, 1 serving of peanut butter. B, 3 Oreo cookies. C, a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper. Or D, a 5-ounce 90% lean beef patty.
I swear to God, no one's never seen Ben 10.
No, he's still
That cartoon's
talking.
amazing.
I've never seen it. We ready?
Let's do it.
C again.
C, A, and the answer is C, a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper.
Try to pay attention to this. With your notepad. Your notebook.
Kevin,
And have Dr. Pepper
Wow,
in
you get a
there.
whole 2 points. You're up by 1.
How many
Good
points
job.
you have?
Good job.
How many points do you
You're
have?
up by 1.
I'm just asking how many points you
You're
have.
up by
Kat
1.
has got a donut
I'm
right
asking.
now.
I got nothing.
I'm not excited
I got
about her
nothing.
for holding a donut.
All right, here we
I'm
go.
gonna end with nothing.
Last question. In the
please,
Marvel
man.
Cinematic Universe, the Reality Infinity Stone is in which form? A, the Orb. B, the Tesseract. C, the Eye of Agamotto. Or D, the Ether. I want this on camera because you're gonna be fired.
What? What is this?
See?
But the
Cat gets
Tesseract-
one. No, the Reality Stone is the Ether. The Tesseract is the Space Stone. You are
yeah.
fired.
See ya!
I'm on there.
Bye-bye, Kenny.
So
Wait.
Hashtag bye-bye, Kenny.
I have Agamotto was time.
no, yes, time. The Ether is reality. The
Reality.
Tesseract is space. The orb is power,
Yeah.
and the Mind Stone. There's the Mind Stone is the scepter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this guy.
I
yeah.
totally need
It's
to
okay.
talk
It's
You know what? God damn it!
all right.
Hashtag bye-bye, Kenny.
Okay.
I'm gonna choke Samantha.
All right,
What's the
let's
joke?
move this out for now. Hold on. All right,
on.
so our next segment, in the lead up to this show, we have been promoting INITIUM Eyewear. We have a giveaway. All right, we're giving away these London Calling glasses
I never get
from
the song
INITIUM.
mixed up.
All right, we have all of our raffles here. All right, so we're gonna do our raffle drawing. Let's put this in here. On top of the candy canes, knock
Watch
Santa
Santa
down.
Claus.
Santa Claus is going down. All right, so we'll,
Douche.
You'll get cold in your stocking to make them fall.
okay. Let's pull up the raffle names. Hold on. Yeah, me either.
Believe it.
I can't believe it. All right, Kenny, I need you to go in here
Oh,
She
be
says.
and pick one ticket.
I'm the first one to give my bodybuilding hand. Samantha, did you put a raffle in?
Yeah, she's in there.
Oh, sweet Jesus! As long as I don't pick her.
I hope you pick me.
Oh my
You'll have to
God!
do that for the rest
I'll
of your
leave.
life.
I'll just walk out if I pick you.
Oh, then I really hope
One
you pick
ticket.
me.
One ticket.
There is a God.
Put it down. Let's see the number.
Boom.
And what's that? So that's
Hashtag
49. So let's
Giggity.
go in here.
Hashtag not Samantha.
Who is 49? Wow, Javier Rivera. Vinyl You Up is the winner of the INITIUM Eyewear sunglasses. See, let's just get some proof here. Let's clap it up for Javier. Yep, 049.
Nice.
Javier.
Hashtag not Sammy.
Not Sammy, and right, not Sacco. Sacco's like, yo, if I win the glasses, I'm gonna donate them. I'm like, why? He was like, for a good cause. So hashtag
Not
not Sammy, and not Sacco. Okay, so Javier, I'll vinyl you up, who provides all these good graphics and stickers for us.
I don't care. I do what I want, alright?
Okay.
Really?
I'm glad. From now on, it's MMY.
MMY. Okay.
Ugh.
Nothing.
What do we got here? Let's get these out of here.
Excuse me?
Wait till I come sit back next to you.
I have to finish a drink before you come back over here. Every time.
Okay, our next segment, we're going to do another activity. We are going to go into questions from the audience.
Hello, people! This is your bleaching talking. Ask me a question.
All right, here we go. Questions from the audience. Our first question is for Kevin from Dan Myers. All right. He wants to know, question for Kevin Terrier. Can you describe overcoming a serious injury mentally and physically as it pertains to bodybuilding?
So, it's a good question, but I'm going to start with the physical aspect of it first, because I think that's easier to get over. Physically, you just got to know, you go into an injury and you know where you were and what you were doing in the gym. It's kind of a blow to go back and regress. So you just got to take it step by step and know that you got to do your rehab and your warm-ups just to make sure that the body's moving right. You got blood flowing into the area, and the joints mobile. You want mobility work. So physically, you have to literally pace yourself, take it step by step, and do what you got to do. Because if you don't, you risk the chance of re-injuring yourself, overcompensating somewhere, and later down the line something else happening.
I want to know also personally too is, what about in terms of your newest injury? Like, you became a pro, and now you had the knee injury. What are you doing specifically now? Like, how do you feel mentally after that? How are you recovering from that?
Mentally is tougher than the physical. Mentally, you got hurdles to get over, and you might have to get over them again. It kind of throws you off, because being in the gym is like I said, I've been working out for years. It's natural. It's home. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I walk in there. I can walk into any gym and I feel comfortable because I know what I'm doing. But then when you go back, and now instead of squatting or leg pressing some ridiculous weight you used to, you're over there doing freaking glute bridges against a freaking wall to get your meat glute to activate.
Get my glutes. No, we're friends for life, man. We are friends for life.
So mentally, you gotta be strong, because it can mess with your self-esteem. Like, you can start second guessing yourself. There's a lot you gotta get over, but you have to be mentally strong, and you have to take it step by step, and you have to also know that you might have throwbacks. Yeah. Where you gotta take a couple steps back.
You gotta change some of the exercises on a certain day. You may not be feeling it. Like, I've had I've had 2 surgeries too, and certain days I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling it, and I'm not gonna, like, I make my own plans. I see an exercise, and exercise may not bother me from time to time, but I'll go in, I'm like, my elbow's not feeling this today. Right. So I have to, like, make some adjustments and stuff like that.
You don't even know. You give me back squats to do, and I do front squats sometimes because it's easier load on my knees. So you gotta know exercises that you can kind of swap out that are better for you, tailored for you.
But now mentally, we're talking about competing again this year. Yeah. Okay, first time in the pros now. Yeah. So first time competing as a pro is going to be, challenging and nerve-wracking too. Now you have to overcome that as well. So what are you doing for that? Like, you got a double whammy coming at you. It's the first time where everything's going to be tested since the surgery, and it's also your first time stepping on stage as a pro at a show that we want to do. Is, we know it's not a bullshit show. We don't want to do bullshit shows. You go into the Northeast Classic in the pro ranks, and it's a fight.
So mentally, let me tell you all that mentally going to Northeast Classic, I like that show. The last time we were there, as an amateur, I won that show. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
But going into the pro ranks, I know where my shortcomings are, and I know what I got to work on, which is my legs, and I injured my
And
knee.
that's the thing. Like it was like,
hurts.
oh fuck.
Yeah. So mentally, I'm going in. I'm not going in there to bust the door down and make big noise. I'm doing this for myself to get back on stage and get back on track for later down the road. This is a stepping stone to where I want to get to. So that mentally, I'm prepared that way. As far as what happens between now and June, I got to take that as it comes. I'm keeping my head straight. I know that when the time comes, which is in a couple weeks, I got a lot going on. I can easily spend 3 to 4 hours in the gym on leg day because I got to go through my stretching, I got to go through my rolling out, I got to go through my warm ups, and then after I do my exercises, I got to do my cool down process. So I just got to take it step by step and just make sure that I'm focused.
All right. As long as you can put it in, I feel like half the battle is putting things into perspective.
Yeah.
And like really being like channeled the right way mentally.
And realistic.
Yeah, you gotta be realistic. I mean, we of course we play to win.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But like again,
But you know
like
where
day
you're
by
at.
day, yeah, you have to really look over, you know, how you're feeling that day. You have to make sure you get those extra stretches in. You got to make sure you're warm. You got to make sure you listen to your body.
Yeah.
You know, especially coming back from injury, surgery, stuff like that. Like I said, the same thing. It's like my elbow. I had knee surgery too. Sometimes my knees are not. You know,
especially in the swelling now.
Yeah.
You go over to the gym.
my
you
elbow,
can't
yeah,
stop
oh
her.
man,
What?
the elbow is just like, oh man, it's killing me. Like I've had elbow surgery, knee surgery, and I had a pretty decent shoulder injury, and it's like, you know, on any given day, something could be acting up, especially in this type of weather.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's good hearing you guys talk about that too, because with the same thing, I would see like exercises that it hurt a little bit too. I didn't know that you guys were going through the same thing. Like I wouldn't put on my recap that I was omitting those exercises.
Well, just tell me, you know,
Nah.
you got to tell me these
Is
things.
that what you said?
I think I'm pretty
Yeah, but
fair.
Kenny, this is where he gets mad though, because then you make changes that he doesn't know about.
Yeah, I'd
and
rather
he
know.
can help you
You
better.
know what? But I'd
if
rather
you're
not get
honest.
yelled at. Man, time to do my own thing. Right? I don't know about Samantha chimed in, but I'm doing my own thing. But it's good hearing you guys talk about that.
Yeah, because
I thought I was the only
you
one.
Yeah, you never know. Like
Yeah.
especially if you've overcome like a surgery or stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like you never know how things are gonna react on that on that day.
Definitely.
We tried to go through a prep before.
Yeah,
And I didn't make it through because I remember it clearly. I was having when you're coming over an injury, you're gonna have good days and bad days. What you want to see is that you have more good days in the long run, and they get more and more and more and more. I remember going to a week where I had a leg bridge.
Yes, I remember. Okay.
And I had one of my best lifts the first day of the bridge, and I was happy. I was squatted 315 for reps, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting back. The second day, the leg day in that bridge, I leg pressed no weight. That's when I was like, this may not go well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So it might come up, but you just got to take it as it goes.
All right.
And stay positive.
Fair enough. All right. So hopefully that answers Dan's question.
Hashtag mega powers.
Yeah. I mean, you're slacking, bro.
Shocker. Shocker. Kenny's
why
not
is
good
he
at
here?
shocker.
This is a good question here too. I like this one. It's a challenging question. Okay. Taylor, also Team SUF, she'll be stepping on stage in 2017 in spring. She wants to know, how do you feel about? She wants to know all of us for the panel. How do you feel about competitors who have juiced in the past but are natural now? Whether it's been a whole 7 years or not, according to WNBF rules. So basically, she wants to know, how do we feel about someone who's used steroids in the past and has been clean for 7 years? Because the policy for WNBF and most of the federations is you have to be clean for 7 years. All right, so this is more of like a lifetime natural versus, oh, you're just following the rules. Like, how do we feel about someone who used steroids 7 years ago, has been clean since, followed the rules, and now they're competing as a natural? How do we feel about that? Let's be honest.
Very torn.
It's same.
Very, very
Same.
torn.
It mixed emotions because, I mean, in the past, growing up in the gym, you can be around some influences where it might lead you down that road, and then later on in life you realize that's not where you want it to be. Do
And you make
we
those changes.
say you can't come to the show because you used in the past? You just had bad influences around you. Then you have the other people who know what the hell they're doing, and
It's a shitty topic,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's real
Very,
shitty.
very, very-
It's real
It's
shitty.
controversial.
Yeah, because That's the thing. It's like, all right, so let's say some dickhead out of high school makes a decision to do one cycle because he looked at some gym asshole, okay? He's 18 years old, does shit, okay? And then let's say 18 plus 7 is what? 25. So 26 years old, he's been natural since, and now he's
being penalized for it.
You know what I'm saying? Like a
Right.
stupid ass decision he made when he was 18 years old, and now for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's rough. But then again, like you said, there are dickheads who like know what they're doing.
And they push the envelope.
Yeah, those are the. But you know what? Like those are the people who definitely cheat, though. Those are the people who are probably taking it less than 7 years.
Yep.
Of course.
It's rough because when you talk about the steroids and shit like that, if you take shit, I don't care how much shit you took, 7 years later without taking shit,
It should be at a.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Like your muscle is atrophied away. Any of that pop you got, you're not going to maintain it.
Facts.
And if you didn't even come off of it right, now you're fucked. You're probably worse off than you were than you
You're
first
all
started.
fluffy.
Yeah, so it's like this is rough. I think that's why they have that 70. It's rough. It really is rough. There are things like stuff like that with the steroids that actually enhances like muscle mass. So the argument can be made, oh well, if they put on X amount of muscle and they just hold 10% of that in 7 years, that's 10% they shouldn't have had.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to hold that much.
Yeah.
But even if they hold a little bit, it's fake muscle. That's one argument. The stuff that is like weird to me is like there's like a 7-year ban on like Clen. Like Clen's like a fat burner. You know what I'm saying? Like yes, it should be banned, but 7 years for that? Like what are the after effects of that? Like what? I'm gonna have a faster metabolism 7 years later? Like that stuff is like weird to me because again, you have a lot of NPC like bikini girls who go to dickhead coach A and they're like, oh hey, you're not lean enough because I don't know what I'm doing. You should take this. And then they take Clen, and then they reach out to me, and I'm like, well,
I
what?
can really help you.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what happened? I'm like, well, I took Clen, and I didn't really know what I was doing. It's like, oh wow, you're banned for 7 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Oh, that's
Call me in 7 and a half.
yeah, it's like for a fat burner, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Like I said, I see it the way you just saw it. I mean, if I'm clean and you're clean when we get off stage, let's just get it. 7 years ago, like you said, we all did dumb shit when we were 18, 19 years
Yeah.
old. But within that 7 years, if you're clean and I'm clean, then no excuses. Cause I sound like a sucker if you beat me and I'm like, oh, 7 years ago he was doing this, that, and the third. No, fuck that.
Yeah,
if
I
you're
agree.
clean and I'm clean, let's just get it.
for 7
Yeah,
years.
people make mistakes.
7 years is a
and you
long.
shouldn't
7
be
years is a
penalized 7 years
long.
later. Yeah,
That's a
a
long
long
time.
time. That's a
Honestly,
long
though,
time.
like, I think as a kid, it's very easy to make that mistake.
Facts.
Like 18 to even like 25. 25, you're still so influential
Yep.
to do steroids. Not that I'm agreeing with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can make that mistake. But I think when you're older, like if you're competing in your 40s and your 50s,
It's a different story.
it's a different
Yeah,
story.
okay.
Because then you've been
Like, you know
juicing.
better.
So there should be an age aspect
I
to
don't know
this.
how you would implement it because then you don't want to hear age discrimination or whatever, but I feel like that does play a role. Like there's that kid that did it as a kid
Mm-hmm.
that just wanted to get bigger because they were that scrawny kid or that girl that just wanted to be leaner
Facts.
that did it at 21 and that's a
that's a
simple
good-
mistake. But as a 35-year-old,
You knew what you were doing.
you know what you're
You knew what you were doing, and now you're
Huh?
gonna go into a natural show. You look like that dirtbag.
Yeah, word.
That's a good. That's a
Other than that,
good.
if you clean when I'm clean when I get on stage, let's just get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
That's my take on it. I mean,
So saying like you need to clarify between a small mistake and like a lifetime
a
decision
lifetime. Like,
that
you
you
could have been on steroids
clearly
since
knew
you were
what you were
18
doing.
till you were 40.
Yeah.
Then decided, oh wow, I'm turning 40. Like, let me stop
Yeah,
doing
at
this.
that
Yeah,
point,
that's-
Yeah.
For
So
10
how do
years,
you-
come back as a masters and just dominate?
But how do you
I'm not okay with.
how do you police that?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's tough.
You're asking my opinion, honey. You didn't ask me.
Yeah. That's when I saw Taylor put that question, I was like, fuck. Fuck.
I think it's a good question.
It is. No, it is. It
100%.
is. It is. It
I'm
is.
going for hours with that question.
It is. It is. But I mean, like I said, if we're going back to the age aspect where we're going younger, if you're
I think it's a simple mistake.
18 years old and then 10 years later you've been clean, it's like anything you gain then is gone.
Yep.
It is gone. The only thing I really don't disagree with is this Clen thing, because if natural bodybuilding wants to pick up more of those naturals who were in NPC and just had the wrong guidance, and now they find someone who, not just me, but they find a good coach in the natural lengths. It's like, why don't you come to WMBF, or why don't you come here, come to DFAC, whatever. And then it's like, oh, well, I had this coach, and, he made me take this stuff, and it's like, oh, what'd you take? And it's always clean. It's always clean, because none of these coaches know what they're doing, and that's how they get their people lean. And now it's like they take clean, and it's like, this is just something to burn fat. And it's like, 7 fucking years?
7 keto. I'm sorry, Ryan. It's
The 7 keto bothered me. The 7 keto ban really fucking bothered me. It really, really did, because...
You're not growing muscle from 7 keto.
But it's not even that. It was like, this was the one fat loss thing that was like a single ingredient, across the board safe between male and female. No, I've never had a negative reaction at all to anything. And banned. And then it's just like, now you go to stuff like raspberry ketones. This one ended up sick.
Yeah.
You take Thermofuel. Another one ends up sick. It's like, what the fuck? It's like,
Wait,
what do you get sick off of? No, someone else got sick off the Thermofuel.
Oh,
because of green tea extract. It was just like, oh my god.
Iron stomach.
Yeah, I ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, it's just like, but you took away the one thing that was across the board, one sole ingredient, highly effective, male and female, no side effects. So it's like, I know that the federations have to deal with a lot. The 7 keto thing, I really don't agree with. And the clean for 7 years, like I said, well, what do you think is gonna happen? You take clean, and 8 years later, you're still burning fat. Like,
what about a year? I would do clean for a year or 2 years.
I would say 1 year. I would say 6 fucking months.
Only thing I know you'll never get sick off is grilled cheese sandwiches.
There we go.
There you
Took
go.
that away from me. I had a nice thing going.
And then there's Kenny.
I say that the cleanse should be 6 months.
I say a year.
Cleanse should be 6
I
months.
say a year.
6 months, a year.
But definitely not 7.
Yeah, not
No,
7
yeah,
years.
not.
The
That's
steroids, I guess.
Like, I'm sorry, from a girl's perspective, girls just since you're a child, like you're supposed to be skinny, you're supposed to be lean. Then you get into this, like, you do whatever you need to do to get there.
And you're influenced by sometimes bad people.
Yeah. It happens so easily.
But steroids, though, 7 years, I feel like that's good. Like I said, it takes into account, it's a long enough period of time. It takes into account, like, people doing stupid shit when they're younger. Like you said, when you start bringing up the older people, that's something we could probably not police, but...
Like, if somebody that's been an NPC person for all these years, now all of a sudden they're not placing well in the NPC because they're older and there's younger guys and they're doing more stuff and they're doing different stuff, and now all of a sudden they want to turn natural.
Yeah, no.
That I have a problem.
That's a problem, yeah. All right, good, fair enough, right? I lost my place. Okay.
Sophie.
Next question is from none other than Sophie the Destroyer.
Woohoo!
WMBF Fit Body World Champion. Okay.
6-0.
Yeah, 6-0, undefeated season 2016.
You the cat lady.
All right, Sophie. After my first competitive season 3 years ago, I was completely taken back by how completely lost and empty I felt when it was all over. I was not prepared for the idea that going back to eating normal food. Wait, I lost myself. I also was not prepared for the idea that going back to eating normal food could be harder than competition prep diet. There we go. How do you handle the transition? Jesus.
Come on, you did.
I gotta stop drinking. No, I got. I'm gonna get this. I should have read this question. I should have read this over. All right. How do you handle the transition from prep back to normal living mentality and mentally and physically? I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Wait, you're not done.
No.
And have you ever experienced post-show blues? What have you done about feeling like that? You're welcome.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry.
I wasn't listening to Sandy, so can someone else read the question? Like, when she starts talking,
All right. Post-show blues. How did you handle the transition from competition prep over to normal everyday living?
Well,
I handled it horribly my first time.
Me too.
Horribly.
I was scared to go back to eating regularly. Like, I was legitimately scared. Like, once I have a routine, I stick to it. So it took me a while to start eating regular food again.
And then the vending machine talked to you?
You know, I mean, you know what? That vending, you know what? I'm gonna bring you some vending machine beefaroni.
Next on top table, vending machine beefaroni.
It's amazing. But I was like legitimately scared. Like I felt.
Yeah, but you did well with your post-show bounce. You may have gained a little bit of weight, but you didn't blow up. Like someone like me, my first show in 2006, I competed at 193 on a Saturday. Tuesday, I was 216.
Oh,
Dude, I got.
what did you eat?
Yeah, what did it? Wait, what did it?
I
What
ate.
did it?
You a small child?
It was like this.
Hold on. I ate upwards
God.
to, I think it was 14 or 15 blueberry muffins. I ate a whole pizza. This was all through,
ferrets on it?
after the show. No, I wasn't
Like
into that
right
back
after?
then.
He's like-
After the show,
he's
the
like
next
8
day,
fat?
Marcus came by. We got pizza. I ate a whole
Jesus.
pie.
Oh
We
my
got
God,
Chinese
man.
food. We got Subway.
My stomach hurts.
Yo, how was your
Yo,
stomach?
I got
though?
my stomach. My stomach like locked up on me. I felt like I was like I couldn't breathe and I couldn't like move.
You were fat.
You
So
like swole up?
I had to induce vomiting.
It's like you ate.
Yeah, I had to induce
It's like you
vomiting.
invited people over.
that's
They
crazy.
ate food and you ate them. So you had them in
193. I think it was like 213, 214 by Tuesday.
That's bad.
I got
That's
sick.
intense.
Now I understand why.
You just made me feel
I
so much better about
remember
myself.
After my first show,
I
you
was
told me
eating
something. Now I
yogurt,
understand why.
rice pudding. Everything was in there. I was just boom,
Mine.
boom, boom. I ate
Oh
everything.
my God.
I'm talking big blueberry muffins, man, from like Starbucks.
I
I was getting the
I was saying.
Sicko ones, with the one with the shiny film on it too, like
That sounds real healthy.
like real sugary.
But
Like
you guys talk about my vending machine diet.
yo, I ate bad, man. My
This
first,
one-
my
Vegan
first,
diet.
my first show, my recovery,
I'm gonna bring
mine was
you
bad,
some, alright?
real
I'm
bad.
gonna bring
How'd
you
you do though? You
Oh, I
were
did
fine. Yeah, you were fine.
I mean, the salt intake made me feel like a little swollen, but I like the food that I eat, and I don't eat too crazy. Besides that, I like desserts, so I ate a lot more desserts. I ate like a whole pack of Oreos
Jesus
right
Christ.
after my show,
That's
but
not
I
ate,
just
like,
needed the
Oreo
day after
factory
the show.
my show.
Yeah, I just needed like the 1 to 2 days to like really, eat all the stuff that I wanted to eat, and then afterwards I was like, okay,
The
I didn't need,
The roughest part is getting after 6 months having alcohol in your system.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you
I
take a
said,
sip and you're
what?
like,
Like,
drunk.
hey.
Oh, bro.
That
Yeah.
night we go went out to eat after the
Oh yeah, remember
I was
that?
finished. I was like paying for Sophie's salad. Oh my god. Yeah. But
Try to buy friends.
oh, I hate this man.
What about your first time?
My first, so you told me something that now I understand why after your story just now. After my first show, you were like, introduce stuff back into your diet slowly.
Yeah, no, I
or
was
you
just like,
going to
oh,
get
everything
sick.
under the sun, I'm gonna have now.
That's what you told me, and I didn't listen because as soon as the show ended,
Typical.
the whole prep, I was craving barbecue sauce. So as soon as it ended, I went to BBQs, I was like,
Yes, sir.
give it to me.
Yeah.
And then I ordered my Heineken. I had my Henny on the side. I finished nothing
Yes, sir.
because I was sick to myself.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I was like, all right. not
Yo,
doing
I
that
was
anymore.
sick, dude. I was sick, and I kept going. Marcus is like, "Yo, you gotta stop. You're making me sick."
I
I'm
just
like,
wanted
I'm
marshmallow.
like, "Yo, let's go get Subway." He's like, "All right."
I just wanted marshmallow peaks.
Dude.
Like,
Marshmallow.
I
Yo,
destroyed them shit.
I ate
You never had
muffins.
marshmallow peaks?
I have.
It's amazing.
I had the muffins. I had rice pudding. I had all my show day food that was like left over. Just ate that out of the bag. I was eating like you're supposed to like really introduce dairy slow because we start to take that out. Like that's gone. I ate like. Dude, I ate like a 16-pack of yogurt. Like, it was just like, wham, wham, wham. Yeah.
Wait, why yogurt?
I don't know.
Because it
Just-
was there.
I saw it and I was like, oh,
Cheese, I can see.
like, oh. No, I saw blueberry. I saw all the flavors, blueberry, peach, and the
my
strawberry.
God.
I was like, let's go.
You know, I've never had a blueberry before? Or a
Really?
blueberry? Yeah.
I love
Oh.
fruit, man. I was eating fruit. I was going to Sicko, man, and they were like, yo, you're back? And I'm
You
like,
sound like a sicko. All that
we got, me and Marcus got pizza, and then we got Chinese food. We got pizza, Chinese food. We got sesame chicken, a full 2 pies, garlic knots, and then we got Subway too.
How are you
Dude.
fitting all of this in like
I
3
don't
days?
understand, man.
Well, no, that was
That
just
was one day.
no,
That was one day.
no, that was Saturday into Sunday. That was just one day.
What are you? Jesus, man.
That was, yo, I'm telling you, it was bad. I got real sick.
Sounds bad.
I was stuck. I was like, yo, Marcus, I can't move. He's like, what? I was like, yo, I can't move. He was like, all right. So I had to go and I had to make myself throw up because it was like it was
I'm sorry,
jumbled.
when you get to that point, you have a serious problem.
It was
Facts,
jumbled
yeah.
here. Well, I was a fat kid forever, and then I got shredded for the show, and I'm like, I'm thinking, you know what it was? It was like throughout the prep, I made a mental note of everything I want. I was like, oh,
Your inner fat kid came out.
thing, and you know me, I want
Just ate
everything done
everything.
fast. So I was like,
You know.
I was like, oh, Show's over. Here's my list. I want it all done
Jesus.
now. And that's what it began.
Christ.
So I handled it horribly. You seem to do all right. You transitioned pretty well.
Yeah.
You were all...
So what I learned from that is my first prep was horrible dieting wise. Like you cut my numbers so much because I joined and we only had about 4 months.
Ooh.
And I was
Yeah, you had a lot.
220
Yeah,
something.
that's a decent
and
amount of
we
lose.
got down to like 190 something.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was 4 months, so it was hard. So after that first night out, and I didn't feel good, and then I knew I was coming back for more, I was like, I need to control this because that next prep is not going to be
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You never stray far, so you're always good. You were good. I'm horrible. I am like, don't do what I do.
I'm good.
Don't
I'm good
do
right
what
after.
I do.
See, I feel like I'm good right after, and I'm good till like October. Then October hits, and I gain like 8 pounds, 10 pounds. I'm like, damn it.
I gained fucking 10 pounds overnight.
Like I said, I was scared, man. Like after the first show we did, after the just Naturmania, the first one I did.
No, you did Fulton.
Fulton, yeah. Like that night, you was like, "Oh, you can go home and have a cheeseburger," but I was scared. I just didn't have a cheeseburger.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like
couldn't wait to have
terrified.
a cheeseburger. I ate a bag of Tootsie Rolls from the Herc to the restaurant.
You know about Tootsie Rolls?
I ate an entire bag. I gave
I got
Mark
Tootsie Rolls in
like
the trunk
10.
of my car right now.
You better go get them.
I'm not sure it was you.
Intermission, Tootsie Rolls. All right, last question here. This is from Leroy, another Team SUF.
Motherfucker.
Leroy wants to know, what is your favorite pre-workout meal? Favorite pre-workout meal?
It gotta be whole wheat bread, PB&J, and a s'mores Pop-Tart right in between.
Nice.
I better not hear vending machine beefaroni.
No, that's post.
Filter your response, Kenny. Filter
All right,
your response.
from a
Honestly-
good competitive
Honestly,
standpoint.
pre-workout meal is I like the egg whites and oats.
Okay,
That's my
simple.
favorite one with a tablespoon of butter. That's
Okay.
it.
I like what would you call this? A taco or burrito? I like the 90 or 93% lean ground beef with the taco seasoning, a ton of salt. Okay, that helps with your pumps. Chug the water before you go.
Nice.
Whole wheat wrap and definitely some guac. Yeah, all right, a little taco. What is that? What is that? It's taco burrito.
It's
What is
taco
it?
wrap.
Taco, yeah.
It's a taco
So a
wrap.
nice little taco wrap. I get my protein, I get my carbs, I get my fat, my sodium's in there. I pound water before I go to the gym. I get
Yeah.
nice pumps, and I'm good to go.
I'm really bad. I usually just do a protein bar before the gym because I'm in between work and going to the gym.
Boo.
Or if I have time, I'll do 2 rice cakes with peanut butter.
Okay,
Egg whites with fat-free cheese and 2 pieces of toast.
there we go. A little
Yeah.
breakfast before.
That's always what it is. I love egg whites.
All right. What do we got there? You got that on there?
I got it.
You did it? Okay.
I'm in the zone, baby.
All right, so questions from the audience is now done, and we are going to take our intermission. We will be back. Welcome back to Tough Table. We are here for the second half, all right, and we want to go into our next topic, which is main topic number 2. For topic number 2, we want to discuss the importance of rest and recovery. To ensure the best possible results, we want to make sure that recovery is not ignored. Recovery in terms of, your sleep hours per night, and also in terms of your rest days and your days away from the gym. To avoid overtraining and to yield the best possible results, we want to make sure that we really focus on rest and recovery, and in the end, that will yield a better product, and it will also keep you healthier as well. If you end up neglecting recovery, you could end up searching, for a new elbow.
Could you give me an arm? Or hands? Or an elbow?
What the hell's an oboe?
Elbow!
Oh.
Continue, Joe.
Could you say something in my elbow?
Your mother.
Your mother. Okay. All right. Rest and recovery. This is a big thing. This is something I deal with a lot. I get people who come over to the team. They are completely overtrained. They will come over. They are training 6-7 times a week. They're doing 2 hours of cardio. Some of the shit that I hear, 2-a-days at the gym. They're lifting in the morning, doing 2 hours of cardio at night. It is unreal, some of the stuff that I am, dealing with. And I try to tell people that I am a recovery guy. I'm a recovery coach. More is not better. Better is better. Where do we go from here? Tell me about the importance of recovery. From your own personal experience, what do we got?
Especially right now, recovery is big for me. I need time in between my bouts in the gym to make sure that I'm healing right. Like everybody thinks you go to the gym and that's where you get big. You get big by moving weight, putting in work. Not true. Your gains come from in between bouts. Mm-hmm. What you put into your body, how you treat it afterwards, how it heals, how fast it heals, so that you can get in and do it again.
Sleep
is big. Sleep is big.
That's where everything's like recovering.
Sleep is big. I am not a big sleep person.
Nah.
So, and that's just because of my schedule. But other things too. You gotta supplement. You gotta eat. Make sure you're hitting your windows when you get out the gym to make sure that there's nutrients flowing to wherever you just hit. Mm-hmm. You gotta treat your body right. I call it TLC. Your body needs some TLC. Just can recover from what the abuse you just gave.
Okay.
Yeah, like with me, man, like with being fairly new to this, same thing pretty much Kevin was saying. Like before I got with you or before I figured out what I was doing, I mean, I was a weight thrower, weight lifter before I was a bodybuilder.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't recovering. I figured I had to be in the gym all the time. Even when you first started to give me these programs, like I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't recovering. Using recovery day, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the gym on this day. Fuck it. But once I started recovering and using the amount of time I needed to sleep, that's when the vein train came. That's when the vein train came.
So again, like, you want to make sure you get in that recovery, get that sleep in.
100%, you have to get your sleep in. You have to let your body heal. Like, as hard as it's going to be for new people to want to see results and want to be in the gym and want to keep going, like, you need that day off. As much as it's going to be, you're going to want to go in, you need that day off.
All right, but now how hard is it because there are people, okay, put yourself in the mindset of you're doing your own thing, you're prepping with another coach, you're training, you're doing whatever, and you're training 6 to 7 days a week. Okay, you're training, all right, put yourself in this mindset because this is what comes over to me. You do a show, you don't do well, you're not conditioned enough, you didn't place, and you're training 7 days a week, and you're also doing 2-a-days, and you're doing 2 hours of cardio, and now I'm like, yeah, you got to do less. How do you handle that? In your head, you're not placing, so immediately it's like, am I doing enough? Now I'm like, no, we're gonna do less.
Now, I looked at it the way you got to look at life or work. Like, no one wants to work. No one wants to go to their job 7 days a week. So your body's not gonna want to go to the gym 7 days a week.
That's a good. Okay.
I mean, if you go to work 7 days a week, sure, you're gonna get paid for that. But what are you doing to yourself?
Yeah.
You can't do anything 7 days. There's nothing you can do 7 days a week without hurting your body or your mentality.
So you're saying be open to more recovery days. I mean, be open to
100%.
I always say, like, more is not better. Like,
not
better is better. No. And how you treat and, like, pamper the body at certain times.
You got to give yourself rest. If you need rest mentally with work, then you're going to need rest physically at the gym.
Now, what about in terms of training in an actual, in a sense of, like, the session itself? Some people be at the gym 3-4 hours.
If I'm at the gym 3 hours, I'm dicking around talking to people.
Yeah.
Like, you can get in, you can get your pump, you can get your shit together whatever time. You don't need 3 hours.
Yeah, because you don't want stress hormones to kick in. Like, if you're there for too long as a natural.
Yeah, like, what are you doing with all that time?
Yeah, it's like it's almost like law of diminishing returns. Like, it's going backwards.
So there are times, and it depends on the body part, where I will spend 3
Well, you're
hours.
stretching.
But there's other
there's
things
a big lead up to that. I'm talking about, like, you're doing marathon style workouts where you're doing 40 sets for biceps.
That's the thing. If I'm in the gym that long, I've long hit my program.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying some shit that I may have seen on Instagram or fucking YouTube or Facebook. I'm like, oh, let me try this guy's workout or some dumb shit like that. But my core workouts, there's no way you should be in the gym 3 hours a fucking day. No.
Yeah, because then, like I said, your stress hormones start
Facts.
to add up, and it's like now it's law of diminishing returns. You're actually doing more harm than good.
Facts.
Because the whole thing with this is you have to recover from workout to workout. Like, you have to recover. So I always say look at it as like digging a hole with a shovel. Okay? Each set that you do, it's another scoop of dirt. You're digging out, you're putting dirt. Digging out, you're putting the dirt. Now, for you to recover, you have to fill the hole back up with dirt. You have to have enough time to fill the hole back up with the dirt that you just dug. If you want to make gains in the off season now, where you want to grow, not only do you have to fill the fucking hole up, you have to put dirt on top of the hole. So now if you're just always train, maximum amount of sets, maximum every day, you're doing this, you're doing that. And you're natural, when is the hole getting filled up with the dirt? It's not happening. And you're not sleeping. And you're just spinning your wheels. Like, this is a long process where sleep has got to be taken into consideration. And also, like, those rest days are like, you know, I get a new client and I look at their chart and I make it. And I'm like, there's these rest days. And I look at when they send their questionnaire in and I see what they used to do. And I'm like, oh, these people are going to fucking flip. What do I do? What am I going to do? I'm bored. And the lifting is a lifestyle. I'm like, oh my God.
But you need that time. It's like a mental recovery. It's
I
a physical
love recovery days.
You need it.
There's people who go crazy with free time. Though. They sit there and they be like, I feel like I need to do something. Like I
have plenty to do.
I
I wish I had more recovery
I'm not
days.
one of those
I'm
people.
not like that. I'm not like
Nah,
that.
I was the same
I love
way.
recovery
Yeah,
days.
you tell me to sit on my ass and put my feet up, I'm gonna sit on my ass and put my feet up. No second questions.
Yeah.
Like,
Please, you've seen me at a fucking show. Like, if you give me freestyle, I'm gonna run around like an idiot. And then what do you guys say the same thing to me? Yo, why can't you more like Malcolm?
Malcolm just
Malcolm
sleeps like
upside down.
Malcolm looks like a homeless bum at the show. Looks like
Shout out to
passed
Malcolm.
out. Like,
We love Malcolm.
yeah, I can't wait.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Malcolm.
back. He'll be back for 17. He'll be back. He's still gonna compete.
But they're like,
again.
Kenny, what could you do like Malcolm? Malcolm laying upside down with headphones, knocked out.
not a care in the world.
No, it's like,
He was
where's
smiling
Kenny?
his head.
Tell Kenny to sit down. Kenny's got to sit down. Where's Kenny? I don't know. Kenny, sit down. Kenny, go lay down. Kenny, you need to be more
Very,
like
very
Malcolm.
hyper.
Oh,
You know, I
Doesn't
was
stop.
harassed.
It doesn't stop.
It was horrible.
doesn't
I was
stop.
harassed horribly. I don't know what was worse. Prep time, posing, behind the scenes, or dealing with Samantha. I don't know what's worse.
It's all
Yeah.
love. It's all
Get
love.
it, get it.
Think about that. Next time you want your rice cake, peanut butter and jelly.
Good
Have
point.
fun.
Everyone knows that I have a borderline fear of jelly.
Good point.
Good. See how that works out for you.
Recovery.
For me, was a huge mental recovery. Like, I just needed the time to rest. Like, you're pushing your body so much. You're pushing it to the
Especially as
limit.
the calories get lower.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like
Yeah.
living large and you're eating like a fat person like I do, it's
Exactly.
like that food will help. But now when you're in a caloric deficit, there's
Spinach
the
and
mental
zucchini.
stress of there's the mental stress of the show.
Spinach and
When you
zucchini.
look at your, when
There's,
you look at your
there's
macros,
there's the there's the cardio, there's the posing. It's like you need.
then you look at your macros and see 20 grams of fat.
You never got 20 grams.
I did so many 20
You
grams
did
of
not.
fat.
I will
did
pull up.
Guys,
I'm gonna add. Okay, I am going to add a screen. I'm gonna add a screenshot
Let's
of
go to
Kenny's
the tape.
chart. Kenny never got
Let's
20
go-
grams of fat.
20, maybe 30. Let's go to the tape.
Oh, maybe
20,
30.
maybe 30. Wait, how did it switch?
Never.
20 or 30?
Yo,
20 or 30.
$10 bet.
on?
$10
No,
bet.
just 10
$10
grams
bet.
of fat.
$10 bet.
That's a lot.
Gentlemen's
That's-
bet.
that's
$10
a lot.
bet.
Yeah.
$10 bet.
20 grams
Kenny's
of
fat
fat.
never went to 20 grams.
It
$10
did
bet,
so.
and he's gonna sign the $10 bill and give it to me on the
That's
next
like-
episode of
that's
Tough
like
Table.
2 Oreos and a scoop of butter.
Whatever, it don't matter. You
That's
never
it,
went.
man.
You never went
No,
to 20.
it matters. It
You
matters.
never
It
went to
matters.
20.
You know what?
Never.
I'm just putting it
Never.
out there.
Never.
My life
Okay.
is over.
So back to Kat. What were we saying?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a mental recovery as well. It's good to just get back into the social aspect of life because when you're on prep, it's very hard to go out and
it's
eat.
Like tunnel vision.
Yeah, and like you don't lose friends or some people might, but you definitely stop
that
hanging
friends
out.
to lose them. I don't have any, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, because a lot of like social activities includes going out for drinks or going out for dinner, going out for lunch, and you can't do that when you're on prep. It's just you shouldn't, and it's it's hard. So when you get that break, you get to see your friends a little more, hang out with your family a little more. So it's good to have that. So a nice balance in your life. That's what recovery is for me.
It's so working out wise and prepping wise, it's stress that you put on yourself.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Ornobo. All right, go ahead.
It's stress you're putting on your life, and in life you got good stress, you got bad stress. So you got to balance it out. You get some stress, and you got to do things on your off days that you enjoy, that levels everything out for you. And you got to find those things, and that's what you need to do on your off days instead of worrying about what exercises.
Yeah, people obsess too much.
Yeah. You get a little bit of extra time in your life,
Yeah,
and exactly, it's you time.
God,
it's stuff that you can do that makes you happy besides the gym.
Go paint or draw. Do something. Like, read a book. Go color. Go do something. It was an inside joke. All right. So, importance of rest and recovery. I'm always going to end with, more is not better. Better is better. Don't train too long because as a natural, you're going to actually go backwards because those stress hormones are elevating and they are the devil. So don't overtrain in terms of not even your frequency, but in terms of your volume per session. Keep an eye on the clock. It's a different thing if you're dicking around and you go there and you're talking for a half hour before you even get started, or if you're doing a lot of intensive stretching and warm-ups because of an injury, that's a different story. But keep an eye on the clock. If you don't have enough recovery days, and enough rest days, you're not going to fully recover. And if you don't fully recover, you're not going to make the most out of your physique, especially as a natural.
We'll see the vein train.
So we'll leave it at that. We're good?
100%.
Okay. Next segment. This is actually, this is going to be a good one. We are going to go into the SUF Awards for 2016.
Drum
All right, here we go.
All right.
And we are back. We've got a bunch of awards here. Usually I would post these on my social media and tag the people, but we're going with a different approach this year. Okay. We are going to make the introductions through Tough Table. So, listen, here's the deal. Since this is not live, anyone who wins, don't let anyone know who won until this is posted, okay?
Okay.
All right? All right, so this is confidential. All right, first award I have here is for the most improved athlete, okay, for Team SUF. And that award for 2016 goes to Jessica Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Okay? Most improved athlete, okay? Can you take this? Yeah. Put them back. Online Client of the Year. Oh, I want to get these two together. Hold on. Give me 1 second because these should go together. No. Okay. Online Client of the Year. Okay. It's for my guy Joe. He has been a machine, older guy. He's looking to compete maybe in like a master's physique next year. He signed up with me. This guy's a machine, man. Anything I throw at him, if we want to come down in weight, for he's going on a vacation, he'll do it. And then it's back to gaining. I up his macros. He's like a machine. Anything I give him, he follows through. He is my online client of the year. In gym client of the year. Okay? I don't have many gym clients, but the people I keep, all right, and the people I actually want to spend that hour with, okay, are great people, all right? And gym client of the year, it was tough because I do keep really good people, but This one, she was there for me at times when I needed an outside perspective. She was actually there for a lot of the brainstorming when it came down to a lot of my force multipliers this year. Grant and Janice, even Eve, initially started, like the idea started with these gym sessions. Everyone, I guess at this point knows I am a little crazy. So sometimes I need, like I'll have an idea and it's crazy. So I have to ask, like, is this too crazy? Can I do this? And she was always like that compass for me. And Gym Client of the Year, all right, for not only that, but for her hard work in the gym, goes to Marianella, your mom. Okay.
Go mama!
So make sure mama
Mama's
gets
girl
that.
Oh, she's gonna be so happy.
Mama's girl.
Yeah, we love you,
Okay.
Mom.
All right, hold on. I want
We
to
do.
get.
She's so cute.
I want to get these two
sexy.
together.
Oh yeah, she's all about it.
Next award, two of them. Junkyard Dogs of the Year, male and female. All right. Female, I want to give the award. She's a 5-time Junkyard champion. Okay? Junkyard Dog of the Year female goes to Junkyard Jerry.
Didn't she have like 12 or 13
Yeah,
minutes
she's,
on her
like I got bored with the
on the
stopwatch. I'm like, oh, I can't do this
after
no more.
watching sex?
Congratulations to Jerry.
Jerry.
Junkyard Dog of the Year male. Oh, this hurts me so much to do.
No, do it. Do it. Do it.
I love
Not
this
your
guy. He's a great friend. He's a great, I guess we call him an athlete. He does everything out there, okay? And he definitely kicked ass at Junkyard this year. Junkyard Dog of the Year for males goes to Anthony Sacco.
AKA
the VP.
AKA finish him.
Finish him. All right, congratulations, Anthony Sacco.
Sack man.
All right, what do I want to do here? No, not this one. Not this one. Okay. I want to give this next award. This was your award last year. Shauna's award that I spelt wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Not my name.
Not her name. Not her name. Not her
That
name.
makes it a lot better.
That just got awkward.
The top earning athlete this year for the Reps for Food Challenge goes to Kathryna.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, Kathryna's another one that get we're not Facebook friends. Like
You're not?
Heather.
Oh, she's not very active on there.
That is
Oh,
No,
no,
Heather's very
she-
active.
That's
She
not
just
No,
the-
we're Facebook
I
friends.
was talking to Ryan
She
and
selectively
Kathryna. I
chooses
don't.
who she wants to be friends with.
I was talking to
It's
Ryan
okay,
and
you can call
Kathryna,
it.
not
You
really
selectively
speaking
choose
to.
who you
Yeah, I'm very selective.
Why is Samantha speaking
No, but I
to
think
me?
we're friends.
The next award goes, this is for the Team SUF Rookie of the Year. Okay. The 2016 Team SUF Rookie of the Year award goes to Kenny Jefferson. His first year, and he won both shows, came in first place, and earned his WNBF Pro card, and he is a great co-host for Tough Table. So there we go.
Never did it without Ryan, and I could probably did it without Samantha.
See, and I cheered for you.
Congratulations.
And I cheered for you. I was going to say congratulations.
You know what? I love you, but I hate you at the same time.
It's all good. It's all good.
Without my
Okay.
glutes.
The next award goes for Competitor of the Year. I don't think that there's any confusion about who this would be.
Dominating out there.
2016 award for Competitor of the Year. This goes to none other than Sophie Brown.
Dominating.
6-0.
That's so cute.
6-0 this year. She went 6-0.
Destroyer.
She went 6-0 in 3 categories. Okay, she won all her shows in Pro Figure. She won her Pro Fit Body shows and won the Pro Fit Body World Title. And she also won her amateur bodybuilding show. So 6-0 and her world title in Pro Fit Body, Competitor of the Year. Congratulations, Sophie Brown.
Okay.
Well deserved.
You got it. Okay. This is a different award that I wanted to give. Put it backwards? There we go. Okay, it feels weird. It's like way me back. All right. This next award is a new award. I really, at first, it was again with your mom trying to figure this out. There was a competitor this year that was very well improved, but wasn't the most improved because we gave that to Jessica. But still, like, made like critical improvements from last year. She's a competitor who, no matter what we threw at her, in terms of posing, in terms of diet, in terms of training, she always evolved. We took her outside of the box. We challenged her in new ways. In every way possible, she excelled. She did great in the food drive, and she too was a world champion. She is part of the big three, all right? And this is a Commitment to Excel award, okay? A true display of dedication, integrity, and inspiration. A 3-time bikini world champion. This award is for Leah. All right, got that. We got 2 more left. All right, next we are going to move on to Promoter of Natural Bodybuilding of the Year. This is a new award, again. This award goes to somebody who always looks to excel, always looks out for the athletes, is always looking to make critical innovations. Nothing is ever good enough. From what I can see, this person never settles. Always wants the best for both the sport and the shows themselves. Kenny thinks it's going to him. But from my experience, this person will always look out for natural bodybuilding, and this person will always look out for the athletes, and always will go above and beyond, and always make things happen. And I know that he can always be counted on. Promoter of natural is not you. You got your award.
Sit down, Christmas tree.
Promoter of Natural Bodybuilding of the Year. The award goes to Ryan John Sullivan. My damn self. I can honestly say, okay, this is not a dig at any of the promoters out there, but I can honestly say that this year I put in a shit ton of work to my team, the individual athletes, the shows themselves, the federation, and the sport itself. Okay? I'm not going to give this award out again. Okay? This was a one-shot deal. Okay? Things like Tough Table, things like the team, all the things that we do at the shows, okay, to increase exposure to the sport itself, okay, that ran through me. That's my work. That is me staying up to 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Shauna as my witness. Never sleeping, never settling, always wanting the best, always wanting more, always challenging myself and my athletes, and always evolving. Okay? That's what I consider a promoter of natural bodybuilding. So the award goes to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The last award. Okay? Again, a new award. It was very hard to find the terminology for this award too, but again, working with Marianella, we found the perfect award. The next award goes to someone for their perseverance, their heart, and their poise. All right? This person rose from defeat only to return and win it all. This is a person, I'm getting emotional now, wow. This is a person who I met in 2013 and gave me a fucking shot, okay? This girl was on a winning streak, and she was untouchable then, and she trusted me in the process, and since then, we have created a wonderful story together. This year, we were touched with some vulnerabilities, and we both took a hard loss at the Monster Mash. I know you guys already know who I'm talking about. But after taking that loss, she didn't go negative. She stuck to herself. She really wanted to get to the bottom of things. We both worked together, and it ended up with an overall figure world championship at the 2016 Worlds, I present the Phoenix Award. Okay? Again, heart, poise, and perseverance. Okay? To none other than Heather Drake. So there we go.
Nice.
Our awards are all covered. We keep this confidential until this is posted, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So that's out of the way. We got the glasses gone. Awards are given out. You get to leave with your award. That's good, right?
Yeah,
You got an award.
I did not expect that.
You got a plug, right? What do you got?
Oh,
You got something
you know,
interesting?
2017, you know, as everyone knows, that is going to be the battle between Kenny versus Samantha for no figure. You know, I mean,
Bikini.
bikini. I'm sorry,
Still kicking his
bikini.
glasses,
Bikini.
right?
You know, I already got the plug. Brought to you by my boy CJ_customs design.
And we'll put a nice link and we'll put an overlay.
You go look at him on Instagram. I know I told him about the destruction I'm about to cause on Samantha.
So you think?
100%. So he came up with you know, I'm a sock guy, big sock guy.
So am I.
So he came up with these. Boom.
Stop it!
Kenny versus Samantha. Socks. Boom. Right? Take a look at him.
Oh
Boom. Kenny versus Samantha socks. 2017. Take a look at him. Destroyer. All right.
Where is my set?
You know what? Boom.
I
I
want
gotta
those.
see this.
Boom.
I want
Kenny
those.
versus Samantha.
Samantha.
Destruction 2017.
There we
Kenny
go.
socks. All right. I'm just throwing it out there.
There we go.
I
Here's,
saw you photo with my sock.
You know what? It's gonna be bad.
here's Kenny.
Right? Destroying the 2017 Kenny bikini. I already got the great one back there. Shauna.
No,
Or show me the
Shauna.
fingers.
Shauna, we gotta work on my posing.
Or the crush.
So there we go. We got the socks. We got the awards. We got the
Wait, can I see
glasses.
them?
There we go.
Kenny versus Samantha. Take a
Guys,
sock.
I'm officially
Right?
on a sock.
Yeah, we sock, right?
Oh, it's double sock. I didn't know that. I thought one was
Yeah,
one.
bro, it's double
Are these for
sock.
me? Are these for me?
You know what? Because I'm a nice guy, you can have a sock.
There we go. Okay. So there we go. We got the socks out of the way. We got the awards out of the way. And now,
That's not clever.
let's go to our next activity, which is my favorite, someone at this table. Here we go.
Your sweaty feet.
Dry erase boards are back.
I know, mama knew how sweaty feet down. Right?
Dry erase board. Pass that down. Pass that
Oh,
down.
he's got one. He's got
Oh,
one.
he's- okay. Oops, sorry.
That was my head.
We need markers. Are you
You
good?
need a marker?
I need one marker to mark down score, but this is this one. Okay.
If you need it.
All right, remember. All right, so let's write down. Let's label this 1 through 5. 1 through 5. Label your boards 1 through 5. All right, someone at this table. Everyone has an odd or interesting fact about themselves they submitted to me. I am included in this as well, but I don't participate. I will read them out, and then everyone at the table has got to guess who is who. And this points tally is linked to Tough Table Trivia, and the winner of combined point totals will win the Nutrabio Classic Whey. Okay, so I'm going to read the first one. Contestant number 1. This is a very simple one, but interesting. I cannot ride a bike. Okay, so training wheels. Number 2. Oh, this is interesting. A little long. I once dated someone for a year and lied about my name and occupation. And apparently this person was doing the same thing. The way we found out is at a work function we didn't know we were both invited to. My friend and her friend were mutual friends and introduced us because they thought we would be a good couple. So we have a double agent dating. Number 3. Oh, yes, this is a good one. Before being about that Air Jordan life, I actually owned a pair of the Hakeem Olajuwon Spalding sneakers. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, so shameful sneaks. Number 4, another simple one. I met Ryan through my cheerleading teammate. 6 degrees of separation. And the last one. When I was a little kid, my friends used to tease me because I had such small feet. So I made up a story that I was born with really huge feet, and the doctors had never seen anything like it and decided to shrink my feet. So they stuck my feet in a tub-like thing with really hot water to shrink them down, and they left me in there for a few minutes, too long, so that's why I have really small feet now. The funny thing is, everyone believed it. All right, so we have Littlefoot. So we have training wheels, okay, person can't ride a bike, double agent dating, shameful sneakers, 6 degrees of separation, and Littlefoot. You have a copy of that in front of you.
Wait.
All right.
Oh, thanks.
Number 2 is crazy. Number 2 is out of control. And
All right,
5.
so here's
Number 5
my.
is out of control too.
Take your time, write that stuff down, and we're gonna do the points.
I seriously love this song. I'm on a shock.
Here we go. Come on, finish them up.
my
Finish them
turn
up.
yet?
Finish
My
them up.
turn.
1 through 5. 1 through 5.
My turn. Hold on.
Well, technically, I only have one left.
Come on, Kenny, figure it out.
Just your mouth, alright? Just your mouth, alright? You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna change this.
Hurry up!
I'm gonna
Hurry
go
up!
out tonight,
Hurry
wear
up!
your
Hurry up!
socks.
Hurry up! We ready?
I know.
Hurry!
I'm making a change.
Boom.
Here we go.
Making
I'm
a
primed.
change.
I'm primed. Daddy.
Wait on
I'm
Kev.
ready.
I'm primed here. I'm primed.
Wait
Come on,
wait
Kev.
on, wait on
I'm
Kev.
fucking primed here.
Uh,
Good?
Kev, don't pull a Mike Francis. Make sure you get your self right.
We're ready?
Mike did that too.
He did.
Okay, I want to see the first one. Okay, let's hold them up. We're doing number 1. Hold them up. Hold them up. We have Sam as number 1. Okay, Ryan. We have Kat, and we have Kat. Okay, so the answer to number 1 is Kathryna. Kathryna cannot ride a bike, so who gets a point? So Kathryna gets a point, and Sam gets a point.
Christ.
Number 2, let's hold it up. What do we got? Number 2. Okay, we have. Oh, so it's wrong.
It's
all right,
already
no,
wrong.
all right. We have Kenny,
Damn it.
Ryan, and Kevin. So Kenny, you're the only one who gets a point.
Boom!
Because he knows himself.
Yep.
Oh, it's you.
It was a rough time, right?
What the hell was it?
I'll explain it.
So double agent dating is Kenny. All
I'll
right.
explain it.
Shocker.
Number 3. Let's hold up number 3. Who had the Spaldings? Who had the Hakeem Olajuwons?
Oh my god.
That's you.
He thought it was you. So
That's fucked up.
he thought it was you. All right. So you got Kevin, Ryan. What do we got?
It wasn't
Kenny,
you. It wasn't
Ryan.
you.
Okay. So Kevin, it was me. I had the Olajuwons.
That's what I have to change.
So
now.
Kathryna and Kevin, right?
okay.
Yeah, I actually, one of my good friends, Maury Ortiz, made fun of me in gym class. He's like, yo, what are those? Like, oh, fuck.
Really?
Okay, I met Ryan. All right, number 4. I met Ryan through my cheerleading teammate.
Kevin. Oh my god, Kevin. You know what? I didn't see that coming. I saw Kevin as a cheerleader.
All right, so
I did
Kevin
not
and
see that
Samantha. Kevin and Samantha. The answer is Kevin.
Holy shit. I did
That
not
was a
see
good one. That was a
coming.
good one.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
and the-
Kevin has spirit fingers? Kevin has spirit fingers?
I used to be up front at the court side, and my friend called me one day. He was like, "Yo, I saw you on baseline at the game," and I was like, "How did you see me?" He was like, "You're the only person not smiling."
Please, no. Please tell me our boy didn't have spirit fingers.
There's no spirit fingers. There's no spirit fingers.
I gotta talk to you.
Number 5, Littlefoot. Who is that? Sammy, Kenny. Okay, so Kevin and
Wow,
no.
What'd it do?
No, Sam. No,
What'd it do?
Kenny and Sam get the point, right?
I know, I was stuck.
Kevin-
I changed
Wait,
it
no.
and I changed it.
Okay, yeah.
What a
so,
douche.
so Kenny and Sam get the point. Oh my God, we have a 3-way tie.
Kathryna's a
Okay, here we go. We got to bring out the war. Here we go.
dude. Wow, Kathryna's a dude.
What's the time? Who's in the
The 3-way tie is Kevin, Kenny, and Sam.
I'm gonna put
I
hashtag.
got that damn question that I put the wrong answer to.
Yeah,
The answer was.
Here we go.
Okay, so here we go. Here is your stack. Here is yours.
Thank you.
And here is yours.
Hey.
So you go 3 and then burn, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right, so everyone go. Here we
First
go.
things fast. Her first is hashtag.
3.
Cat's a douche.
It's her name.
Kathryna's a douche.
George Kenny doesn't get along with anybody.
Here we go. It's lay down. Lay
Kenny,
down.
get focused.
Alright.
Get rid of that one.
Damn.
Very short. Go. One.
I declare.
War. I suck.
What do you got? We have an ace.
Ooh, what is that?
A jack.
And
And a 2. So Kenny is the winner. Kenny finally wins.
You know what? I mean, it's not easy to be Kenny, but someone has to do it.
Oh my God.
We're good?
Kenny,
Let me see.
priceless. Turn it to the front.
There we go.
Wait, I need a picture of this.
Can we get a picture of it? Can we get a picture of it in Samantha's face?
Okay. The winner, finally.
No, hold on. Get a picture of it in Samantha's face. With my hand there.
I don't have the camera though.
No. I'm gonna get a picture of it.
There we go.
I got you.
In Samantha's face. You know what? I mean,
Oh wait, yeah. Hold on.
hashtag winner. Hashtag loser.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, get the socks. Get the
And the
socks.
socks.
Yeah, hashtag winner. Hashtag loser.
Okay.
I mean,
Good to go.
thank you.
Give me my cards back.
You feel like a man now, Kenny?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big dog, alright? Give this man room. I'm
Where's
still
my
hurt that
list?
Kathryna's gonna have to my feet.
Stop.
Hashtag what a douche.
Put those through there. Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Someone at this table
It's on
is
the
done.
inside.
Okay, here we go. Our last activity
Let's
is
do it.
Tough Tales with Reginald Crumpets. Here we go. So, Tough Tales, Reginald Crumpets. Reginald has a story ready for us. He leaves out certain words, and our guests fill those in. And then Reginald will read these stories and pick the best one, and the best one wins a T-shirt. Oh, last week I owe you a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
excited about that.
yeah, you
Kenny
won.
won 'cause he said
Kenny
boobs.
won.
Kenny
There you
won
go.
because he said boobs.
You know what? First
Okay.
of all,
That's-
anyone who says boobs wins.
So there's Kenny's. Okay, so let's start with Kevin. Go ahead.
Fitness YouTube channel. Shredded buns, perking pecs, and loaded guns. Body part, nose. Exercise, push-ups. Gross adjective, greasy. Silly verb, smeared. Select a food, apple pie.
Story number 1. Shredded buns, perking pecs, and loaded guns. That's my YouTube channel. Do you like? On my channel, I plan to show how to work out a body part such as your nose, using tried and true exercises such as push-ups. I plan to sweat, tone, and overall get in the zone. Depending on the exercise, I may need to put a disclaimer, as I have been known to grease under times of extreme effort. I hope to inspire the fat and stupid alike to get off the couch and smear. In doing this, perhaps they will stop eating apple pie and make something of themselves other than a human garbage bag.
All right, Kenny. Fitness YouTube channel. Grab her by the barbells. I repeat, grab her by the barbells.
Good one.
Body part, back. Exercise, bent over rows, giggity. Gross adjective, pulsual. Silly verb, tickling. Select the food.
Oh.
The going vending machine, chili.
Okay.
Oh. Story 2. Grab her by the barbells. That's my YouTube channel. Do you like? On my channel, I plan to show how to work out a body part such as back, using tried and true exercises such as bent over rows. Good choice. I plan to sweat, tone, and overall get in the zone. Depending on the exercise, I may need to put a disclaimer, as I've been known to pustule. Another disclaimer, I don't know what that means. It must be Italian or something. Back to story. Under times of extreme effort, I hope to inspire the fat and stupid alike to get off the couch and tickle. In doing this, perhaps they will stop eating vending machine chili and make something of themselves other than a human garbage bag.
All right, fitness YouTube channel, slamming with sass. Body part, legs, exercise, deadlifts. Gross adjective, raunchy.
Giggity.
Silly verb, wiggle. Selected food, macaroni and cheese. Of course. Cam knows.
Assistant, where's my pipe? Can't find damn help these days. Story trace. That's Spanish for 3. Slamming with sass. That's my YouTube channel. Do you like? On my channel, I plan to show how to work out a body part such as legs, using tried and true exercises such as deadlifts. I plan to sweat, tone, and overall get in the zone. Depending on the exercise, I may need to put a disclaimer, as I have been known to get raunchy under times of extreme effort. I hope to inspire the fat and the stupid alike to get off the couch and wiggle. In doing this, perhaps they will stop eating macaroni and cheese and make something of themselves other than a human garbage bag.
And last but not least,
Fitness YouTube channel, shredded chicken, body part, weenus, exercise.
Oh my God.
Oh, Cat one.
Amazing.
Cat got it.
Exercise, deadlifts, gross adjective, regurgitate, silly verb, finagle,
Good.
select a food, cinnamon raisin bagels.
nice.
All right, Cat.
All right.
That t-shirt will be going to you.
Story 4. Shredded chicken. That's my YouTube channel. Do you like? On my channel, I plan to show how to work out a body part such as a weenus, using tried and true exercises such as deadlifts. I plan to sweat, tone, and overall get in the zone. Depending on the exercise, I may need to put a disclaimer, as I have been known to regurgitate under times of extreme effort. I hope to inspire the fat and stupid alike to get off the couch and finagle. What they will finagle remains to be seen. In doing this, perhaps they will stop eating cinnamon raisin bagels and make something of themselves other than a human garbage bag. Although a valiant effort was made this month by the lesser-thans and the inferiors, I will have to say that the one that stood above the rest is number 1. Be seeing you.
And there you have it. We have our winner, contestant number 1, Kevin Terrier. So the t-shirt goes to Kevin. It was a close one.
How can you not want to grab somebody by the barbell?
You gotta ask Reginald Crumpets.
You didn't say booby.
Either grab him by the barbell or, weenus.
It was close. He said he told me it was close. He told me it was close. If you have any questions or complaints, you can address it to Reginald. You gotta hit up Reginald.
I'm gonna hit Reginald, right?
I probably would have went with Cat,
know
but
It's okay.
it's
the douche of the day.
Congratulations.
The douche of the day is either Reginald or Kathryna. Here. Huh?
Harsh.
It hurt my feelings.
It was a close call.
Everything hurts your feelings.
You know what?
Sending love that way.
You being here hurts my feelings, right?
Man up.
You being here hurts my
Listen,
feelings.
Christmas tree. Man up.
Christmas tree. Nice hats. Okay. So there we have it. That concludes episode number
5.
Okay. I want to thank all the viewers out there. Make sure that you subscribe and to the channel, like the video. Yes. I want to thank our panel here.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to thank Reginald Crumpets. I want to also thank our awesome camera woman, Shauna.
Does it all.
I also would like to thank all the winners of the awards. It's been a great year. 2016 has been a great, memorable year. I wish everyone happy holidays, happy new year, and we'll be back for episode number 6. And we got one last hashtag.
One last one.
We got one last hashtag. Here we go.
You read it out loud. Read it out loud.
Okay. Hashtag weenus. Hashtag grab her by. Hashtag kevdog and hashtag boobs. There we go.
Hashtag boobs.
Episode number 5 in the books. Take care.